Hello. So, I am now on my way to Washington, D.C. for AwesomeCon. I'm in the Oklahoma City airport. Got myself a little elemental coffee. In my opinion, that's the taste of Oklahoma City coffee. So I'm doing t-shirts at this show for the first time, which I'm very excited about and also nervous about because I spent $3,000 getting all that stuff printed. So I don't want to not have $3,000. I want to have preferably more than $3,000, but that's going to take a minute. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I am excited for this show, though. I'm excited to do the We Create workshops with several really exciting young artists. Excited to get to hang out with my buddies Gavin Guidry and Tracy Ching. We might even get to go to Tracy's house, have a little din-din, meet her family. That's very exciting. I've been friends with Tracy for, it's probably a decade. But yeah, I've never met her family. That's exciting. And what else? I don't know. We'll find out soon. Goodbye. Hello, friends. So, it is Thursday night. It's about midnight. Had a lovely dinner with my friend Jared from college and my buddy Gavin Guidry, an artist who I'm sure you all know and love. And it's been a bit of an odyssey of a day, I got up this morning 6 like normal and took my kids to school, finished packing, went to the airport. Had a pretty easy flight, but then the baggage handlers pulled my bags at Reagan Airport. So it took me, an hour or so to get my bags, and because of that I wasn't able to make it to the convention center in time to set up, which is fine. It's fine. So I went to my hotel, dropped my bags off, and went to dinner. And then after I got back from dinner, I got to my room. And there were 2 maintenance people in my room. And there were a bunch of fans in the hall. And apparently the sprinklers went off in the room next door to mine and flooded that room and flooded my room and the room on the other side of this suite. It's fine. It's just kind of a funny little, it's a comedy of inconveniences. Getting up tomorrow, I think Gavin wants to go to a lovely local breakfast place, which I'm excited about. And then I got a setup for the show, and me and Tracy Ching are doing some portfolio reviews and booth reviews, and also doing a kind of like convention tabling 101 mentoring project. A mentoring project. We're giving back to the community. I'm very punchy right now, very tired, and I want a tasty beverage. It's like I want a treat, but I don't want a full dessert. I just want like a little Coke Zero or something. I've been doing that at night. I've been waiting till after the kids are in bed. I've been giving myself a little Coke Zero as a treat. You did a good job today. I think my hair's kind of looking cool, though. In a wild way. In like a... See you in the morning. Ah, shit. We've had, what? Oh, I'm vlogging.
Sorry.
So we're all set up. It's Friday afternoon. It's been kind of a slow start. People just kind of meandering in. So that's fine. I would rather sell $1 million worth of merchandise, but I haven't yet, and that's fine. So just feeling a bit, feeling early con agitation, you know? I have been telling Gavin and Tracy how my 8-year-old, whenever she gets frustrated, she goes, ugh! And that kind of energy, that's where I'm at. I've got that indistinct, mad at what mom and dad have prepared for dinner energy right now. It's fine. It's fine. We'll work through it. I always do. Yeah, we'll check in a bit later. It must. Why would they say so otherwise?
We're gonna be on the other side of the street. We're around this corner.
Ramen and bonkers Chinese burgers. Would David Lee Roth be cool to hang out with, or completely insufferable?
I imagine very small doses.
Yeah. It's not Pascal Ferry, it's Shepherd Ferry, yeah. Oh god, I'm glad I got that on tape. It's Pascal Ferry.
Eat my butt.
Alright, so it is Sunday. Show's about to close in about 30 minutes. A lot of people are packing up. I'm sitting on my table. It's probably not advisable, but that's what I'm doing. I'm punchy. It's a late Con Rob. Con Rob gets punchy. Con Gavin knows about this. So yeah, we're just about to pack up, call it a day. A relatively successful AwesomeCon. Definitely lots going on here in Washington, D.C., which, I think kind of affected show traffic at certain points of the day, especially yesterday. Like, yesterday morning was very slow, but then it got really busy. And it turns out there's a huge protest just a couple blocks away. And, I don't know. We're all learning. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. Goodbye. Hello. So, I'm back from Washington, D.C. It was a good trip, and I would say, yeah, I don't know. All right, so I've got some big kind of conflicting feelings, right? I had a good trip. The show was really well run, right? The We Create programming that I got to do with Tracy Ching was amazing. It was fantastic. Getting to go and do portfolio reviews and booth reviews with creators was super duper gratifying. If you can find a way to materially give back to your community, to serve your community, that was the best part of the trip. That was the best part of this show. You like how I'm just completely unkempt right now? I got back from Washington, D.C. last night around 7. I have not had a shower this morning because I am flying out for Chicago at 7 in the morning tomorrow, and so I'm packing. I'm doing a lot of packing for C2E2, doing my inventory count. So yeah, I'm a greasy boy right now. I like how the artist vlogger girls will frequently be like, "Oh, I haven't even showered yet. I look so disgusting. I look so filthy. I look like a dog with rabies." And it's just like they just have like a sweatshirt on. But that's where I'm at. The We Create programming was amazing. Find a way to give back to your community. Find a way to support those around you. We're going into a period that we're probably going to need it. We're going to need a little more than usual. And with that said, I have not done AwesomeCon in several years, so I don't know what the attendance is normally like. But the con did feel a little slower than I was anticipating, and sales were definitely lower than I anticipated. And I think a lot of that is just tariffs and Doge cuts and being in Washington, D.C., where, there is a higher ratio of federal workers than any other place in the United States. And a lot of folks lost their jobs, and probably most of them are afraid of losing their jobs. So, yeah, I didn't lose money at the show, so that's good. But also, here's the deal. I can't. It costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time to fly to conventions. And when you're traveling to a convention, even if you're a guest, so I was a guest at this show, didn't cover all my expenses, didn't cover my flight and things like that. Even when you are a guest and you are having a lot or sometimes all of your major expenses covered, there's still a lot of other expenses. There's still cab and Uber and metro rides to get around. There's still food, and DC's kind of like not a cheap city to begin with regards to food. It is a very good food city, though. Gavin Guidry, my buddy, my con husband, and I ate real good with regards to literal food. We didn't eat so great with regards to being successful. He did pretty well. You know what? He did pretty well. He sold a couple pages, which goes a long way. But our markets are a little bit different, right? When he's selling original art, he's selling to like art collectors, and I am way more on the merch side, where I'm selling to people who are generally younger than me, and they're buying either posters to put up on their wall, or stickers to put on their laptop, or t-shirts to wear. And I'm very curious what it's going to be like when Dreamhouse is finally out and I'll have a book again finally after a couple of years, because that should kind of broaden my audience a bit more. The experience has left me even more nervous about the economy and what's going on with the Trump administration and just all this stupid nonsense. It's so stupid. It's like the nonsense is so thoughtless and so pointless. I'm overwhelmed by how stupid it is daily. So yeah, when your revenue is down, my revenue was down, probably about half of what I anticipated. But that means that your profit isn't down half, because my costs were still the same. My profit was like way, way, way down. If you are in a secure place financially, you feel like your job is safe, you're doing all right, you're not in a position of need, it might be a good year to be a little extra supportive of the artists you love, because I think probably a bunch of us will probably need it this year if things continue to go as they are. There's a post-mortem coming out of that, but right now I don't feel like I really have a complete perspective on it. I forgot to connect the microphone. The sound's probably going to be goofy on this. Man, I'm a tired boy. So, but now I'm getting ready for Chicago. I think that it's going to be very interesting to see how Chicago does. C2E2 is traditionally one of my best shows. I love C2E2. I love Chicago. People there are super enthusiastic and kind, and it's just a good vibes show, you know. Lots of friends too. So we'll see if C2E2 is steady, right? Then I will be encouraged. If C2E2 is down, that might say something broader about the economy, our country, etc. But that's next week's problem, right? It's not next week. It's like 2 days from now's problem. But for your purposes, that's a problem for a couple weeks from now. Because I'm probably going to be aiming for getting these videos out about every other week for a while. If I could start doing weekly, that'd be really great. But, you know, there's also costs involved with making videos. I hired a friend of mine to edit them. Thank you, producer Matthew. But, you know, it costs money. So we'll see. We'll see how much I can afford to do these. I should probably start a Patreon at some point or something like that. Good at having ideas, a little bit less good at doing them. Yeah. So as soon as I get back, it's going to be doing colors on these boss fight figures, which I really like this wave. It's really fun. Doing this space pirate frog fish guy. What a weirdo. Look at this guy. They're making a real toy of that. I love it. Yeah, so I'm doing colors for that next week and finishing inks on Dreamhouse. I've got 4 pages left. I inked 3 of them at AwesomeCon, you know, just like during my trip, not necessarily at the show. So yeah, I will be stoked to have that finished, and then I need to decide if I'm going to color Dreamhouse or tone it. You know what, why don't you let me know? Why don't you tell me in the comments if you want to see Dreamhouse in color or if you like black and white. Because I don't know which to do. I like color a lot, but also color is going to require a boatload of time and a pretty decent chunk of money too. Even if I color it myself, it's going to require a chunk of money just to have it flatted, right? It's going to cost over $1,000. It's probably going to cost about $1,200 to have it flatted. And, you know, boop, bop-a-doo bop. Time is money and all that. And I ain't got neither. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also am hoping to be able to buy a new computer pretty soon. But that's going to be really dependent on kind of how the next few shows go. If I have a killer C2E2, if I'm up from last year, I'm probably going to just go ahead and pull the trigger and do it. If not, I might just have to ride the old iMac for another year. We'll see. You know, it's a big expense. So anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out. I really would love to know what you think about the vlogs. You know, I love you guys. I hope you're having a good one. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you are supporting each other and supporting your favorite creators. I will talk to you real soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.